So I was watching something the other day, yesterday, I guess, and this ad came on for this. I can't remember the name of it, but it was some kind of app that like reads a book to you. But the way the video came on was bizarre because there's like a girl reading at a desk in the library. And then this other girl walks up to her and goes, "Oh my God, you are too pretty to be wasting your time reading." And then she starts telling her about the app, which is, first of all, kind of idiotic because, I mean, you, you're still reading the book, right? You're just having somebody read it to you. I don't know. For me, I can read faster than I can listen, but I understand that not everybody, that's not the case for everyone. And audiobooks are great, but what a bizarre approach. And then the other thing it made me think of was just like, I mean, that's sort of, they're just coming out and saying it right there, but that is sort of like an idea in our society that I've heard since childhood that, girls can be pretty or they can be smart. I've literally had someone tell me girls can be pretty or they can be smart, but most girls don't get to be both. What the fuck? I've also had people tell me that, and I've heard this echoed a lot too, and I think this is kind of more the sentiment of this commercial is like, pretty girls don't need to be smart. Pretty girls don't need to waste their time with reading and stuff like that because you don't need a career when you can get a guy to take care of you, right? I mean, that is sort of the end logic of that sort of sentiment. Like, well, if you're pretty, you don't have to bother with all that kind of thing. Which is funny because when I went to college, it was a very common joke. Now, this was back in the late 90s, early 2000s, so the cultural perception of gender dynamics was a little different. But there was a very common joke that a lot of girls went to the school that I went to, which was a kind of expensive private school. I had a scholarship, but it was a kind of expensive private school. A lot of the girls went there for what they called an MRS degree, which is, they went there strictly to find a husband to take care of them. Like they weren't there for an education or to start a career or anything like that. They were literally there to find a husband within the same socioeconomic bracket as themselves. And they put in just enough effort to get accepted, usually, and, keep their grades at a passing level. And of course, it was a private school. They all had parents, that could pay their way in and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, that little snippet of a commercial is sort of an encapsulation of one negative aspect of gender dynamics in our society that I just thought was very interesting